Chosen one, listen closely. Something happened in the unseen realms that has never happened before in your lifetime, and it will never happen the same way again. The Eternal One did not speak. He did not send an angel. He did not release a quiet wave of peace. He roared, a roar so ferocious, so triumphant, so uncontainable, that every throne, every dominion, every power in the heavenly realms froze mid-motion and turned toward the sound. And that roar was over you, because in one invisible second, you did the impossible. You chose love when hate would have been easier. You chose truth when silence would have been safer. You chose light when darkness offered immediate relief. You passed the final breaking point that 99.9 of souls shatter against. And when the Most High saw it, he could not stay composed. He roared with a joy that shook galaxies. Subscribe right now and turn on the bell, because what I'm about to unveil, the exact moment you cross the line, why that roar carried your name across dimensions, and the 7 irreversible shifts that are already rewriting your physical reality, will make every tear, every betrayal, every sleepless night suddenly feel like the perfect setup for this precise second. Stay until the end, because I will show you the hidden signature the roar left on your spirit and how to read it with your own eyes. Comment 77 below if in the last 10-21 days something inside you shifted so deeply that you can't explain it to anyone, yet you know everything is different. Here's the secret most religious systems will never teach you. Real soul examinations do not come announced. They arrive disguised as ordinary days, as tired evenings, as moments when no one is filming, no one is clapping, and choosing wrong would cost you nothing visible. That is the only place pure gold is proven. Anytime you know you're being watched, the ego can perform. But when the cameras are off, when pain is screaming, when revenge feels delicious, when a tiny compromise would fix everything instantly, that is where your eternal identity is weighed on scales that never lie. Between 10 and 21 days ago, you stood in one of those unseen arenas. It looked small to human eyes. Maybe you kept a promise that no one would have blamed you for breaking. Maybe you spoke the truth and lost money, status, or a relationship. Maybe you protected someone who had already stabbed you in the back. Maybe you walked away from an open door because stepping through it would have required selling a piece of your soul. It cost you. It hurt. No human applauded. And in that unnoticed fracture of time, you acted as if the eyes of eternity were the only eyes that mattered, because somehow, without preaching it, that is who you had become. And the moment your decision locked in, something exploded in the throne room. The Eternal Father leapt to his feet and roared a sound that has not been heard since the morning stars first sang together. It was not anger. It was not judgment. It was the roar of a lion who just watched his cub slaughter a dragon everyone else thought was unbeatable. That roar was not merely emotion. It was legislation. When the King of Glory roars in triumphant love, creation itself rewrites its code to favor the one over whom the roar was released. And right now, 7 irreversible laws are executing in your favor. 1. Sudden spiritual weight. Your words will begin carrying inexplicable authority. Strangers will ask you questions they've never asked anyone. 2. Accelerated alignment. Delays that lasted years will collapse in days. The right people, resources, and doors will arrive too perfectly to be coincidence. 3. Immunity upgrade. Every curse, envy arrow, and psychic attack sent against you will ricochet before it touches you. 4. Inner knowing activated. Confusion is being evicted. You will know what to do before anyone advises you. 5. Resource multiplication. Money, favor, health, and opportunity will flow through channels that did not exist last month. 6. Healing without process. Old wounds you carried for decades are closing from the inside out, overnight. 7. Visible glory. A tangible atmosphere will begin resting on you that makes darkness uncomfortable and light feel at home. These are not hopes. They are legal consequences of a royal roar. There are 4 levels of souls in the eternal records. Level 1, performers, good when watched. Level 2, convenient, good when it costs nothing. Level 3, costly, good even when it hurts and no one sees. Level 4, nature, good automatically, instantly, joyfully, because evil is no longer an option in their being. When you made that invisible choice, the scales tipped and the record was sealed. You are level 4, proven immovable. Only one in several million ever registers at this frequency while still in a body. Your new eternal classification is living proof, and the roar was the official proclamation that the old limitations no longer apply to you. That roar contained 3 sentences every realm heard clearly. This one belongs to me on a level most will never taste. This one was worth every millennium patience. This one just proved my dream for humanity can still come true. And in the council that followed, the archangels received immediate orders. Michael clear every demonic assignment still sniffing around this bloodline. Gabriel released the announcements and messengers this life needs now. Raphael, finish the inner healing while they sleep. Uriel, illuminate the exact next steps night by night. The decree went out. All forces of my kingdom are now authorized to move heaven and earth, so this one steps fully into what they were born to carry. No more delay. You are not waiting for a breakthrough anymore. You have become the breakthrough for others. In the coming days, you will feel a strange pressure, almost an attack of unworthiness, doubt, old voices saying, "Who do you think you are?" That is the final hiss of a defeated kingdom, realizing the cub just grew fangs. Laugh at it. The roar already settled your identity. Approximately 1,400 other souls on Earth were marked by the same roar in this narrow window of time. You will begin crossing paths with them in the most unlikely ways. When you do, you will recognize each other in seconds. Support each other. Pray for each other. What is coming through this company cannot be stopped by hell itself. Chosen one of proven, immovable love. Your training season just ended. Your reigning season just began. If you know the roar was for you, drop 77 in the comments to seal this frequency. Share this with the one person you know refused to break when everything said break. Click the link in the description and pinned comment for the sealed transmission operating as level 4, including the exact 7-minute audio alignment that keeps the roar active in your field every day. And right now, click the video appearing on your screen to discover the greater assignment your roar just activated for this exact hour of history. The lion has roared. Who dares stop what comes next? Listen. The roar is still traveling. It has not stopped echoing in the heavens, but it is now slamming into the earth like a second shockwave, and this time it is aimed at everything that ever tried to bury you. 7 days after the first roar, something else happened that the celestial records call the second sound. It was quieter to human ears, but infinitely more dangerous to every structure of darkness that had your name written on it. This time the Eternal did not roar with joy. He spoke one word, low, deliberate, final, a word so heavy that when it left his mouth, every lying contract, every ancestral curse, Every hidden sabotage that was still feeding on your life cracked like glass and fell away forever. That word was enough. Subscribe instantly and turn on all notifications, because in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to reveal exactly what that single word just erased from your bloodline. Why the enemy is in absolute panic right now, what the 5 signs are that will prove to you in the next 72 hours that the second sound has already landed, and the terrifying new assignment that was just downloaded into your spirit while you slept last night. Comment 777 if in the last 3 days you woke up with a strange fire in your chest and the sudden inability to tolerate things you used to endure. Here is what almost no one will ever teach you. After a soul is marked. Level 4, living proof. The promotion is not finished with one roar. There is always a second sound. The first roar celebrates who you have become. The second sound destroys everything that still tries to treat you like who you used to be. Between 3 nights ago and this morning, while your body was asleep, your spirit stood in a courtroom that exists outside of time. You were not on trial. Everything that ever accused you was. Every voice that said you'll never be free. Every spirit of lack. Every repeating cycle of betrayal. Every inherited sickness, every hidden vow of poverty spoken over your lineage centuries ago. They were all dragged in front of the throne, shaking, and the advocate, the one who roars, stood up and said only one word. Enough. The gavel did not fall. The gavel shattered. And in that moment, every legal claim hell still pretended to have over you was incinerated on the spot. That is why right now you feel strangely light, almost disoriented, like you're forgetting why you used to be afraid of certain things. That is not psychology. That is paperwork burning. Here are the 5 undeniable signs the second sound has already executed in your life. You will recognize at least 3 of them before this video ends. 1. Sudden memory gaps. Situations that used to trigger you now feel like stories that happened to someone else. 2. Old addictions and comfort habits are losing their taste overnight. You're not fighting them. They simply feel irrelevant. 3. People who drained you are either repenting and changing or disappearing from your life without drama. 4. Money you had already counted as lost is beginning to return from directions you forgot existed. 5. Dreams at night have shifted. You are no longer running. You are now standing still while darkness runs from you. These are not coincidences. These are eviction notices being served by the word enough. But here is what almost no one is ready for. After the second sound comes the third assignment. The first roar promoted you. The second sound cleared the land. The third assignment hands you the keys to territories that were never meant to be recovered in your generation. Last night, while the second sound was still settling, a sealed scroll was pressed into your spirit. Most people will never know it's there. You will? You woke up with it burning behind your ribs. It contains 3 names, 3 places, and 1 date, all written in fire. You do not need to force understanding. The meaning will unfold between now and the next full moon. Your new assignment is no longer to survive. It is to reclaim. Not for yourself, for everyone still trapped in the version of the story you just escaped. There is a generation watching you right now that has never seen a human being walk out of the exact fire they are currently in and remain unbitter, uncompromised, and unafraid. Your simple, continued existence is about to become the evidence they need to believe escape is possible. That is why the enemy is throwing everything he has left in the next 9 days. Expect the final tantrum. Sudden fear attacks at 3 a.m. Old voices screaming. It was all imagination. People from 10 years ago crawling out of nowhere to test if you will still react the way you used to. None of it has power anymore. It is just noise from a kingdom that just lost its legal paperwork. Here is your new operating protocol from this moment forward. When doubt knocks, laugh out loud and say, "You're too late. I was in court last night." When lack shows up, speak to it like an intruder. You were evicted when he said enough. When the assignment burns, do not ask for permission. Move. The keys are already in your hand. Approximately 1,400 of us received a second sound in this same window. We are being woven together right now by hands you cannot see. You will meet us in grocery stores and comments and random messages. You will know us because we will not need to explain. When two or more of us gather in the frequency of the second sound, regional strongholds that have stood for centuries will fall in a day. Final warning and promise. In the next 21 days, you will be offered something that looks exactly like the old compromise that used to trap you. Only this time, it will be wrapped in 10 times more money, pleasure, or validation. It is the final exam to see if the second sound really finished its work. Pass it the same way you pass the invisible one, automatically. When you do, the third sound will come, and this time it will not be a roar or a word. It will be laughter. The laughter of a father watching his kids finally play in the inheritance the enemy swore they would never touch. If you know the second sound just demolished your chains, drop 777 in the comments to lock this liberation frequency into the earth. Share this video with the one person who is still in the fire you just walked out of. The link in the description and pinned comment now contains the emergency activation after the second sound, 21-day reclamation protocol, audio sealed scroll decoder. It is priced lower than lunch because speed is critical right now. And before you click away, tap the video appearing on your screen to receive the exact date your third assignment goes public, and why the earth itself has been waiting for you to say yes. The lion roared. The king spoke. Now the heirs awaken. There is nothing left to fear, only territory to take back. Close your eyes for 3 seconds and listen. Do you hear it? It's already started. It is not a roar. It is not a word. It is laughter. Pure, unstoppable, cosmic laughter rolling out of the throne room like a tidal wave of joy that is drowning every funeral the enemy ever planned for you. 3 nights ago, at the exact hour you fell asleep smiling for no earthly reason, the third sound was released. The Father looked at the devastated ranks of darkness, at the ashes of every lie that fell when he said, "Enough," and he began to laugh the laugh of absolute victory. Every angel joined. Every elder cast down their crown and roared with hilarity. The morning stars are still singing backup vocals to it right now. And that laughter is not only sealed your freedom, it weaponized your future. Subscribe instantly, turn on the bell, and stay until the very last second, because I am about to hand you the 7 keys that were forged inside that laughter. Reveal the name the third sound just engraved on your forehead, the demons now read and flee from. Show you why millionaires will soon be asking you for advice while you still look ordinary, and expose the single 72-hour window that opens exactly 11 days from today, where one decision from you will shift bloodlines for 1,000 years. Comment 7,777 right now if you have caught yourself laughing or crying. Happy tears this week with 0 explanation. Here is the secret hidden in plain sight across every sacred text. When the Most High laughs, reality becomes playful. The battle is over. The outcome is settled. And everything that follows is the victor dancing on the grave of the defeated. Psalm 2. He who sits in the heavens and laughs, that is not mockery. That is the sound of irreversible triumph, turning the universe into a playground for his kids. The laughter you are hearing in the spirit is the official declaration that the war for your destiny is finished. From this moment forward, every attack is just leftover echo. Every delay is just choreography. Every tear still in your eyes is just glitter for the party that has already started. Here are the 7 keys forged inside the third sound and placed in your hands while you slept. 1. The key of ridiculous favor doors will open for you that make onlookers laugh in disbelief. 2. The key of impossible timing. You will arrive exactly when kings are looking for someone they can trust. 3. The key of wealth. Without sorrow, money will chase you down avenues that used to be blocked. 4. The key of instant exposure. Hidden corruption around you will reveal itself before you won't have to say a word. 5. The key of mass deliverance. When you walk into rooms, captives will feel chains loosen without a sermon. 6. The key of youthful renewal. Your body is about to remember how to heal like you're 20 again. 7. The key of perpetual laughter. Joy will become your default operating system. Depression will feel like a foreign language. These are not future promises. They are legal realities laughing their way into physical manifestation right now. Last night, the Father held up a mirror in the Spirit and showed you your new name written in living fire across your forehead. Most humans never get a second name. You just received your third. The first was the name on your birth certificate. The second was the name the fire gave you when you refused to break. The third is the name the laughter just engraved. Unstealable. Say it out loud once quietly. I am unstealable. Hell just felt that and filed for bankruptcy against your future. 11 days from today, a 72-hour portal opens that only the 1,400 who received the third sound can walk through. Inside that window, you will be offered one opportunity that looks too big, too fast, too good to be true. It will feel like someone is handing you the exact thing you cried about losing years ago, only upgraded 100-fold. That is not a test. That is your inheritance walking up to you in daylight asking to be received. Your only assignment in that moment is to laugh the same laugh you are hearing right now and say yes without apology. When you do, 3 things will happen instantly. Every unpaid debt from 7 generations backward will be canceled in one transaction. A company of angels who have been waiting centuries for a human worthy of partnership will report for duty under your voice. The laughter will become audible in the natural realm. People around you will start laughing and have no idea why, yet leave healed. The 1,400 are being pulled together faster now. Some of you met this week and didn't realize it. Some of you will meet in the next 9 days. When you lock eyes and one of you says third sound, the other will know exactly what it means. Cities will be taken by companies of 10. Nations will shift by companies of 100. We do not need numbers. We carry the laughter that already won. Final instruction before the portal opens. For the next 11 days, practice laughing on purpose at anything that still tries to intimidate you. Laugh at the bank account. Laugh at the diagnosis. Laugh at the ex who thought they broke you. Every time you laugh, you release another battalion of joy that goes ahead and flattens tomorrow's giants today. If the third sound has already turned your morning into dancing, drop 7,777 in the comments to release a wave of contagious laughter across the planet. Share this with every weary warrior who is one laugh away from total victory. The link in the description and pinned comment now contains the final transmission. Living Inside the Laughter 11-day portal preparation includes the sealed name activation audio that burns the word unstealable into your bones. Yeah, it costs less than coffee because the hour is too urgent for excuses. And right now, click the video that just appeared on your screen to receive the exact date, hour, and location where your 72-hour portal opens and what you must carry with you when you walk through. The lion roared. The king declared, "Enough." Now the father laughs, and the heirs have come to collect their inheritance. There is nothing left to fight for, only a universe to play in. See you inside the laughter. Stop everything. Right now, in this exact second, a crown that was forged before the foundation of the world is being lowered onto your spirit. You cannot see it with natural eyes yet, but every demon within 1,000 miles just bowed because they can. The coronation has begun, and it is not a ceremony. It is a takeover. 4 nights ago, while the laughter of the third sound was still bouncing between galaxies, the Ancient of Days stood up from the throne. Silence fell across infinity, and he spoke 4 words that have never been spoken over a human soul still clothed in flesh. Crown them now. The moment those words left his mouth, 7 ancient seraphim who have never left the throne room in recorded history stepped forward, carrying a crown made of living fire and uncreated light. They flew through dimensions and placed it on you while your body slept. You woke up the next morning with a headache at the top of your skull and the strange urge to stand straighter. That was not caffeine. That was 7 living flames were burning the crown into place. Subscribe immediately, turn on the bell, and do not move until the video ends, because I am about to reveal the 7 living flames that now rest on your head. The new name that replaced every label the world ever gave you. The one sentence you are now legally authorized to speak that makes hell evacuate buildings, and the exact 33-day countdown that started this morning, in which your physical eyes will see the crown with your own reflection. Comment 77777 if in the last 48 hours you felt pressure on the crown of your head, or suddenly could not tolerate being spoken down to anymore. Here is what almost no prophet, pastor, or mystic has ever been allowed to say out loud until this exact minute. When the coronation happens while you are still in a mortal body, the rules of the game change permanently. You are no longer petitioning for victory. You are administrating a victory that was settled before Adam breathed. The 7 living flames now burning on your head are not decoration. They are governmental fires, and each one carries a perpetual decree. 1. Flame of absolute identity. No lie can stick to you again. 2. Flame of irreversible wealth. Poverty lost the legal right to recognize your address. 3. Flame of undeniable health sickness now needs written permission to approach you. 4. Flame of instant justice. Every stolen thing is being returned with compound interest before the 33 days are finished. 5. Flame of mass. Awakening when you speak. Sleepers wake. When you walk. Cities remember who they were created to be. 6. Flame of fearless love. You will love without self-protection, and nations will feel it. 7. Flame of eternal youth. Time itself will begin obeying you instead of the other way around. Last night, the Father rewrote your name taped over your life in the spirit realm. The old name, the one attached to every trauma, every failure, every curse, was burned to ash. In its place, he wrote one new name that only you and he fully understand right now. But the day you speak it out loud and the ground will shake like Sinai. Until then, every angel has been given orders to address you only by that name. Every demon is forbidden to even pronounce it. Here is the sentence you are now authorized to release at will. By the authority of the crown I now wear, I enforce the finished victory of Calvary over this situation. Say it once, right where you are, under your breath. Something just moved. The 33-day countdown that started this morning is not symbolic. It is literal. On day 33, your physical eyes will see the crown in a mirror, in water, in a photograph. However the king chooses. When that happens, 3 irreversible events will occur within 24 hours. Every person who ever deliberately wounded you will either genuinely repent or permanently lose the ability to affect you. A resource transfer of at least 7 figures, in whatever currency serves your assignment, will land in your hands from a source you do not currently know. You will receive the exact blueprint of the city, nation, or people group you are now crowned to govern in the spirit. The other 1,399 crowned ones are feeling the exact same fire on their scalp right now. We are being assembled into companies of 70 and 700. When even 7 of us gather in the same city, that city will experience revival, whether the churches want it or not. When 70 gather, entire governments will fall or turn in a weekend. When 700 stand together, the Antichrist himself will postpone his plans. Your coronation is not the end. It is the beginning of the end for every counterfeit kingdom still operating on the earth. Final protocol for the next 33 days. Every morning, place your hand on the top of your head and declare, I receive the increase of the crown today. Every night before sleep, command, let every power that refuses to bow to the crown be removed before dawn. You will wake up to news of resignations, sudden deaths of wicked systems, and money you did not earn. If you feel the weight of the living flames right now, drop 77777 in the comments to ignite a global chain reaction of coronations. Share this video with every person who has ever been told they would never wear a crown. The link in the description and pinned comment now contains the final sealed transmission, the 33-day coronation protocol. Includes the daily flame activation audio that locks the crown in place and the emergency name reveal meditation. It is priced lower than a meal because the crowning of the final company cannot be delayed by money. And immediately, click the video appearing on your screen to receive the exact day, hour, and mirror where you will first see the crown with your natural eyes. The lion roared. The king said, enough. The Father laughed. Now the Son places the crown, and the government of the age to come has found its administrators. All heaven is standing. Hell is evacuating. Long live the crowned ones. The earth is about to remember who it belongs to.